Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a celebrity gossip blog. So this is what we are going to do today. We are going to talk about what a celebrity gossip blog is with a few examples. We are going to pick a niche and why picking a niche is important for your blog in the beginning. I'm going to show you how to niche down. Next, we are going to get web hosting. I'm going to explain to you exactly what web hosting is and why you need it. And when you get it today, you can get a free domain name. After that, we are going to talk about installing WordPress, getting a WordPress theme, and changes that you absolutely have to make to your website or you will struggle to get traffic, how to start writing, and how to make money, why you should share on social media, how many blog posts you should write, and then make sure you click the 3 links in the description that I referenced throughout this video so that you can get started up and running. What is a celebrity gossip blog? You're basically going to be spilling the tea, sharing any relevant news and information, up to the minute news and information on a blog format with regard to celebrities. Now, when you first get started, I recommend that you niche down. And what I mean by niching down, I think that you should pick a type of celebrity, a category. For example, if you look on the screen here, JWoww is an MTV celebrity. Regardless of the level of celebrity you think she is a celebrity. This person here is heavily focused on TV celebrities, and that could be a niche that you get into. If you scroll through, you see the one thing that all of these guys have in common. These are TV celebrities with the exception of Lizzo. She's a music celebrity, but for the most part, these are TV celebrities, and you can do the same thing. You can do, as I mentioned, TV, movies, hip hop, everything. Everything's really a niche. You could do like you could do YouTube celebrities or Instagram. There's a lot of opportunity out there. And if you want to make money, you should niche down. The celebrity niche is incredibly competitive because thousands, millions of people are looking for information every single day. And pro tip, you're going to need to write a lot in order to start getting traction in the very beginning. But I think that you should focus on a niche of the market. So just to further illustrate this point, we're going to take a look at this keyword research tool. This keyword research tool, I just put in celebrity gossip and it comes back as 93. It's going to be fairly difficult to start gaining traction in this space. This is a scale between 0 and 100. 93 can't get much more difficult. If we look at the matching terms, you're going to see a lot of dark red. Dark red means it's going to be kind of difficult to start gaining traction. But if I jump over and I just typed in JWoww because she was on the celebrity gossip blog here, you can see it says hard. There's some opportunity there to start writing and start gaining some traction. If we look at the matching terms for this, you're going to see that there are 7,000 keywords and 95,000 searches per month just for JWoww. And as you can see, if you scroll down, there is a lot of green, which means there's a lot of opportunity. So when you first get started, you want to niche down. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, we want to get web hosting and get a domain name for free. Now, web hosting is where you're going to store your internet files. You need web hosting in order for the world to see your website. So you're going to use the first link in the description. That's going to take you over to Bluehost. They're actually going to walk you through the steps of setting up your web hosting and getting your domain name. It's a simple 5 or 6 minute process. I'm actually going to show you how to do that right now. Follow along with me on a computer or even your phone to learn how you can get up and running. So right now I'm going to show you step by step how to get web hosting and get a domain name. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there. and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so now that we have WordPress, we have our domain name, we've got web hosting, we've installed a temporary WordPress theme. Now this WordPress theme that we've installed is very basic. In just a moment here, I'm going to show you how to get a premium WordPress theme that comes with additional features. Now we've also made some changes, the important changes that you need to make. If you don't make these changes, you are going to run into some trouble. After that, I'm going to show you how to start writing in just a second, but let's talk about how to install a premium WordPress theme. Now, as I mentioned, the theme that you got is basic. It will work, but in my opinion, you need to get a premium WordPress theme because it adds additional functionality. For example, this is a WordPress theme that adds additional functionality. It makes it look a little bit better, and it allows you to do more things. So what we can do here is we are going to go over to a website called themeforest.net. It's the second link in the description. You can search different, maybe gossip. We typed in gossip, and we're going to find themes that are relevant to our niche. So as you can see, there's a gossip theme here, there's rumors, there's all sorts of things. These themes range between $13 and probably $99. What I'd recommend that you do, find a theme and add it to your cart. Push this button here to add it to your cart. Go up to your cart and buy the theme. Once you buy the theme, you are going to download a zip file to your computer. Once you get that zip file, you are going to unzip it, and there's going to be another zip file. What we're going to do is we are going to take that zip file and we are going to install it right into our WordPress website. And to do that, we're simply going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. We are going to click on Add New, and then we are going to click on Upload Theme. Then we're going to drag and drop that theme that we just downloaded to our computer and unpacked. We're going to either drag and drop it right here where it says choose file, or we can click on it and manually find it. Once we do that, we're going to click on install now, and then we are going to activate that theme. that theme is now going to be active on our account. The reason why we're doing it this way is so that we are actually making all the changes that we need to before we start writing, so that there isn't any hiccups or any weird things that happen once we start writing. And now that we are talking about writing, let's talk about writing. When we go over here, what we're going to do is we are going to add a new post. So we're going to click on Posts. We are going to click on Add New. Now, when you add a new post, you want to make it keyword friendly, keyword optimized, so that it can get discovered in the search engines. And to do that, and just to show you how it's done, if you notice with this gossip blog, they put the name of the person at the beginning, and then they add whatever drama is going on. So as you can see, if we scroll down, it is really consistent. The name of the person that they're writing about, and then the newest drama. And you're going to do that too. So what we can do is we're going to go back to our keyword tool, and we are going to go to JWoww net worth. We're going to copy this, and we are going to paste it right here. And the reason why we want to do this is so that when people are searching JWoww's net worth, your blog post can show up because it's keyword optimized. If I were to submit this blog post, it would say webhostingrewind.com/JWoww net worth. And that's exactly what we want. If we go over here, this should say about the same thing. As you can see, Tracy Wagman, Love and Lockup. As you can see, they're doing it the exact same way. Rest in peace to Tracy Wagman. If we continue on here, let's go back over. And what we want to do to start writing, I get these questions all the time. How do I start writing, and how long should the blog post be? When you first get started, you want to write as long as you need to answer the question. One way to figure out how long a blog post should be is simply to see what other people are writing about. If we go to, let's find that JWowwian one again, because that's a pretty good opportunity. We'll just click on this one here. Let's see. We're going to see how long this post is. We are going to right click here, and this post is 4,000 words. So that's a pretty long blog post for, actually this is a couple blog posts rolled up in one. So you want to take a look at a couple of your competitors that are already ranked, and you want to make sure your blog posts are about 500 to 1,000 more than your competitors. And what I like to do to start writing, to make my writing a little bit easier, I like to start with a who, what, when, where, why, and how. So yes, this is the exact same brainstorming process that we used when we were in elementary. And simply what we're going to do is we are going to say, we're going to take 10 minutes, and we're simply just going to answer these questions. Who is JWoww? How do people know her? Where is she known from? You're going to simply answer these questions, and then you're going to turn these questions into headers that you're going to write about. This is going to make your writing much, much easier. So what we're going to do here is, let's say we've gone through our 10 minutes of brainstorming. We're simply going to turn this into an H2, and then we are going to hit return, and we are going to answer this question. We're going to say JWoww is a MTV celebrity who is known for whatever it is that she did. And so you're just going to spend 10 minutes, and you are going to fill out who, what, when, where, why, how, and you are going to go through and answer the questions as thoroughly as possible. Make sure that when you're in the brainstorming phase, don't discount any ideas, because the bad ideas can usually lead to some good ideas, and you don't want to block those ideas. So one thing that I did want to make sure that I highlighted when it came to celebrity blogs. Now, if you look at these pictures I grabbed from Google, and you can't just use any pictures. What you have to do, I'm just going to drag this over here, is let's say, I'm going to go back to Google, and I'm going to type in JWoww again, hit enter. I'm going to go over to images, and these images can't just be taken. What I did to find the images, I went over to tools, I went to usage rights, and I went to Creative Commons. If you don't follow this method, you could run the risk of your website being sued for copyright infringement. You want to make sure that you are following everything, because if your website gets large enough and it attracts enough attention, people are going to come for your money. So make sure that you follow that process. Now, obviously, I'm not your attorney. You want to make sure that you consult an attorney when you're running a business. If we go back here, we have done all of this. We have started writing. The next step is to figure out how you're going to make money, because ultimately one of the goals of starting a blog is to make money, and there are a number of ways to do it. So what we can do, if we take a look at this website, this person actually has ads right on the website. And the way the ads work is if someone watches a video or they click on this button, this right here is an ad, they get paid a percent. And one of the first ad networks you can work with is Google Adsense. Now, Google Adsense isn't going to pay you a bunch of money right away. You're going to get pennies on the dollar. But what's most important is you're starting to make some money. Now, once you start getting significant traffic, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 page views per month, you can move to other ad networks. You can move to Ezoic, AdThrive, Media.net. You can partner with them and make more money. But that's just one way that you can make money. Another way you can make money is with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you're simply recommending or selling other people's products and services. Now, the key to affiliate marketing is that you have to recommend products that are going to be congruent or in line with the target audience. So if we're looking at this Janelle Evans blog post, you might want to potentially recommend maybe gossip magazines. You could recommend like MTV or Netflix or some streaming service so that they can stay up to date with the latest news and information. But that is how affiliate marketing works. If you can find products that are in line with your customer and demographic audience, you could potentially make some money. But you can also make money selling your own digital and physical products. Maybe you have merchandise that you want to sell, gossip. You could potentially, if this person owned this website, the Hollywood Gossip t-shirt, there are people out there that will buy that, but that's just one of the many ways that you can make money. So let's jump back over to our slide deck here, and you're going to want to share your content on social media. The reason for that is A, that's probably where you're going to get a lot of your information from. And B, in the very beginning, the search engines aren't going to pick up your content. And so if you can share your content on social media, A, it has a better chance of going viral. B, it can help your content be discovered organically quicker. And C, you can make money. What I recommend that you do is share your content on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Reddit, Facebook, anywhere and everywhere where there's an audience. So if we're thinking about someone that might be interested in JWoww and MTV, you might want to share it on Instagram or even Facebook. You could start a celebrity gossip Facebook group, and you'll get a lot of people that are interested in the gossip. So make sure that you go back, share it on social media. You'll start building a following that way, and you could potentially grow much faster. After that, when it comes to writing, you are going to need to write a lot. In my opinion, you're going to need to write multiple times per day as things change and update. For example, if we look at this person, JWoww, she might have multiple updates, multiple breaking news happen throughout the day. What I recommend that you do is start writing on one or two people, especially if they have a lot of information. Try and write 50 blog posts in 50 days. So write one blog post every day for 50 days. Or if you can't do that, try and write a new blog post every other day so that you can help yourself build traction and start building a following. So make sure you check out those 3 links. The first one is to get web hosting with Bluehost to get that free domain when you click the first link. The second one is to get a premium WordPress theme. And the third one is to show you how to get started with affiliate marketing step by step so that you can make even more money with your blog. So be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.